G'day, this is Stevic from 12 Foot Ninja and you're watching Gear Gods, and here we are going to investigate my new signature model Shuriken Variax. So starting from the top, this is the logo design which a friend of mine designed for me. He's from Texas. G'day Ryan. He makes relic lightsabers if anyone's interested. It was actually a challenge to come up with a headstock that I thought looked cool, because it's not easy designing a guitar, as I found out. It took about probably 4 versions of drawings and different things to get the shape that I wanted. I like offset guitars, the skewed kind of vibe, and not have it, I guess, look closely like anything else, but familiar at the same time was a challenge. This curve at the bottom here, the cutout there, is actually my thumb. I had the picture on my iPhone and I put it in this Photoshop kind of program, and I just took the back out with my thumb, and I thought that looks pretty cool, and that's sort of been kept in there, which is nice. What's different about it, we have a completely different bridge than any Variax in the past. I mean, it's essentially like, it isn't like any Variax that's ever been, really. It's got a 27-inch scale neck, but it's still tuned to standard. I run it in drop D. That's just how I use all the different tunings. It has Variax technology in it, which means those 2 additional knobs with writing on them there. The first one allows you to change what model of guitar that you are accessing. So this has 60 guitars saved into it, and they're all, you can make hybrids with Strats and Gretches or whatever you want. The pickup selector is actually a toggle between 5 different models per bank. The second knob is the tuning knob, and there's a bunch of areas to save your own tunings, 4 of your own favorite tunings, and a bunch of tunings that I use. That's if you're using the guitar manually. If you're plugging it into a Helix or any Variax equipped Line 6 product, you can have 60 different tunings and different guitars, whatever you want, really. So how I use it in 12 Foot Ninja is I can tune each individual string above and below an octave from standard, and I can turn strings off. I can change the volume of each individual string. So I'm using it in a way that hasn't really been done before, and that's, you know, having parts of the song change, the tuning change to accommodate different parts of the same song, as opposed to writing a whole song with that tuning, then swapping guitars and getting another, guitar with different tuning. So what it's done is it's created a new way of looking at, I guess, performance and composing. Is you can look at it with a different logic. It's not like the guitar dictates what you have to do. You dictate to the guitar what you want it to do, and you've got 8 changes that you can make with no latency using the snapshot feature of Helix. If you don't want to use Line 6 modeling and you've got another bit of kit like any of the other modelers, you can use the 1/4-inch output here, and you can just basically flick through the guitars and the tunings manually, and that might suit people who don't necessarily want to do hugely drastic changes in the same song. It's got some cool tuners that lock the string on the back, just makes restringing a little bit easier. I wanted to have the headstock, I think they call this a reverse headstock. I just looked at it practically, because when I am playing, my arm comes from the bottom, not from the top. So I found it easier to tune that way. The aesthetic, it's matte black. It was, I won't lie, it was influenced by the Christopher Nolan Batman franchise. I do think Batman would actually play this guitar if he was to play guitar. I like matte black cars. I like Batman, so seemed to make sense. Other than that, I'm stoked. It's a sick instrument. It's got some awesome contours and things. This sits in the body. That's why I put the fret dots sort of lower on the fretboard, so you get a cool perspective that just makes visualizing the fretboard nice and easy. That's the Shuriken Variax. I hope you guys dig it.